for today's cup of coffee, more interesting tech stuff. Creepy tech stuff.
Yes.
And this is from the Daily Star and is by Ciaran Daly.
Okay.
Y'all can go and read it and say pronounce it better.
Yeah.
August the 8th of 2022. And this is called Amazon Drones Could See Directly into Millions of Homes After Major iRobot Deal.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like...
Yeah.
What?
You know, like the what is it, a Roomba or whatever?
Uh-huh. Like, are we talking like x-rays or what?
Oh, we're going to find out. Amazon is about to get its hands on the maps of millions of homes after it acquires robo vacuum cleaner company iRobot. The online retail joint announced its plans to buy the home Android company for $1.7 billion, and that's 1.4 billion pounds. iRobot manufactures the Roomba vacuum cleaner, which automatically cleans people's homes.
I mean, I would like one of those.
It would
seriously.
run away screaming here.
No, it wouldn't.
It really would. Using a range of smart sensors and laser scanners, the Roomba builds a map of homes' interiors and then cleans it. As well as owning the robots themselves, the buyout will also mean that Amazon gets hold of all the data iRobot devices hold on their users, giving them a window directly into the homes of millions of customers.
Oh, yes, like they're totally not going to sell that to someone.
In a statement, Dave Limp of Amazon, what a sad name to have. That is just sad. Devices said, quote, over many years, the iRobot team has proven its ability to reinvent how people clean with products that are incredibly practical and inventive, from cleaning when and where customers want while avoiding common obstacles in the home to automatically emptying the collection bin, end quote. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it needs to be able to clean under the furniture as well.
Mm-hmm.
It says, combined with Amazon's Ring doorbell. What is that? Are you
the
familiar?
Ring doorbell?
Yeah. Is that where you can see who's...
Yeah, I've told you about this. It's like a security camera, except
Oh, okay.
it's a doorbell.
Okay, well...
Yeah, it's like, and then you can like track it on your phone. I've told you, like we could get one of those easily.
We don't need one of those.
Yeah, we do. It's
have
a security camera.
We have no trespassing signs. We don't need one of those.
We also have a security camera.
Right, but it's separate. Anyhow, they have smart speakers, cameras, and more. It means the world's biggest online retailer will have an unprecedented glimpse into the data generated by our private lives at home. An Amazon spokesperson told Wired in a statement, quote, customer trust is something we have worked hard to earn and work hard to keep every day, end quote. Mm-hmm. However, privacy experts are worried. Evan Greer of digital rights organization Fight for the Future said, quote, people tend to think of Amazon as an online seller company, but really Amazon is a surveillance company, end quote. Greer added, Amazon wants to have its hands everywhere, and acquiring a company that's essentially built on mapping the inside of people's homes seems like a natural extension of the surveillance reach that Amazon already has, end quote. Alongside the data, Amazon will likely look to integrate iRobot's devices into its own range of smart home products. That could mean that Alexa integrations into Roomba vacuum cleaners, or even being able to ask your Echo Dot to mop the kitchen floor using voice commands. Now that sounds good on the surface, but there's also, I'm not going to read the report, but you can, these links will be in the description box. There is one from Science Alert that says smart devices are spying on you everywhere, and that's a problem. And they do go into discussing different things. If it's got a camera and a speaker, a microphone, yeah, that can happen.
I mean, yeah.
And we've experienced that, even as far as us discussing something, not even doing a actual search for whatever, and then recommendations suddenly show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Smart TVs,
It's creepy as fuck.
Sure it is. And how many people honestly read these user agreements on certain things? If they read them, they probably wouldn't get the device.
What? No, they probably still would, honestly.
Yeah. Because people don't think it's a problem, really.
No. A lot of people don't care.
And I have heard people talking about this as far as personal data, and it's like, okay, what exactly would they do with that? So they know the layout of the house. So what? We don't know what they're doing with all this. Recently, we've had the story about the DNA data collection, which was kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
And it was like, don't do that.
No.
Because things could be created to target specific populations that was not for their benefit.
No.
And that was just like even Apple products had that huge security breach that they had, told about not that long ago, maybe a week ago. Huge.
Wow.
Don't keep anything on your phone or in the cloud or anything like that you would not want the FBI to get hold of.
Right.
Or anybody else.
Yeah.
Paparazzi. It doesn't matter if you're just average person on the planet. Any of that stuff could ruin your life.
It could.
Because trying to find these stories, I go into some of these seedy journalistic endeavors, and it's amazing the spin that people can put on something that's just average.
Yeah.
And make it into something insidious.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. It's insane.
And it's like, we don't know that this surveillance stuff is not, all right, do you actually own this? I mean, would you want cops in your house 24/7? That's called prison.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want them spying on me all the time.
Right. So people should be concerned about these things.
I mean, people were scared of the fucking Furbies. Like, they were banned from going into CIA facilities or whatever because they were scared they were going to record or whatever.
Well,
but the thing is, they couldn't.
No, the Furbies couldn't, but that, what was it, Pokemon Go certainly could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that did track or whatever, but it's still fun.
It was fun, but it was also
it's
one of those...
just a GPS, though. That's the thing. It's no different than a fucking GPS.
But think about this. If you had alphabet agencies that wanted to do surveillance, you didn't even have to
get rid of your GPS then.
You didn't have to have just actual recruits because people were doing the surveillance free of cost. Yeah.
Get rid of your GPS then, because it's the same thing.
Sure it
really.
is. It honestly is. Track every moment.
I'm still going to use the GPS. I don't care. I really don't.
Well, that was like years ago that the couple brothers, the Lalonde brothers, they said if you're not paranoid, you're not paying attention. They were right.
If you're paranoid all the time, that's exhausting.
It is, and it is a matter of making decisions wisely.
That does not equate to good mental health either.
No, it doesn't.
So,
but again, maybe the Amish have some things going for them. Yeah. Horse and buggy. They raise their own foods. They got their own community. I'm not saying they're perfect. They got problems. Every community's got a problem. And it's just like the communes. I know that a lot of people, you've got this trying to create utopia. You will never be able to create utopia. It exists only as a dream. It can only exist until you add people.
Right.
Because people are flawed.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm one of these extremely private people. The thought of these devices spying on me, no. When I was a corrections officer, my job was to observe people while I was there. But even they had a degree of privacy. I mean, that was always I think it was embarrassing for everybody
Well, yeah.
when you had to go around and somebody was trying to use the bathroom or something. I mean, and what a horrific thing to have to try to do an extremely private thing in front of somebody else.
Yeah.
So, and if you think that won't affect you mentally, it certainly will.
Well.
So, yeah. No. Yes, we spreading the paranoia today.
I ain't.
Increasing the paranoia. You're not, but I am. It's just creepy. It is creepy as hell.
I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out of my control.
It is.
Why am I going to freak out about it? Seriously,
Well, it's
out of my control. It's going to do what it's going to do. The Earth is going to get reset eventually, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, but it's like, don't make people that are trying to destroy you, don't make their job easy. That's with anything, anybody. If you're aware of something, and there's a couple of tech guys that I watch on YouTube, I'm sure they're on other platforms also, that tell you how to disable some of the tracking devices on your phones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a bad thing to... There are people who have this knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, Snapchat, that tracks you.
All of it does.
I got that disabled. I had that disabled for years.
See, I don't even know. I've heard of it, but I've never used it.
Instagram can track you. I got that disabled as well. There's a lot of apps that track you.
See, I don't...
I have everything disabled as far as tracking.
Yeah. I don't...
Because they don't need to know that I'm at, like, TJ Maxx.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, what's it tell? To think that something knows where you shop, when you shop, all your routines.
But the reason why they do that is partially because, like, advertising.
I don't know that it's that innocent. I think that there's other reasons that they do that. I mean, and that was what they were talking about, this iRobot or the Roomba thing and stuff. To even know your sleep patterns. Yeah. To know how many cats you have or dogs or whatever. How often you feed them, what you feed them, what you eat. How often you eat.
I mean, that is none of their business as far as what I eat.
Right.
So...
Don't eat the bugs. Humans cannot.
But if they want to know, I don't care. They can watch me eat a stack of Twinkies in one sitting. They can.
It's none of their
go
business.
right ahead.
There was something in the bugs that they're trying to convince people that are wonderful and healthy. I can't remember. It's CRIT. I can't remember if it's IN. Some kind of something like that. You can look it up. There's people that are talking about this. That is toxic to humans. Surprise. We're not designed to eat bugs, people.
No. I mean, there are some bugs that you can eat, but, like, most bugs, no.
No. I mean, we're not designed to eat those. And even today, I read an article.
What bugs can people eat, though? Seriously.
In Scripture...
Cricket?
No, the crickets are included in that they have that stuff.
I thought so. But,
there were a couple of, in Scripture, one type of locust.
Mm.
And that's like, a cricket is not a locust. So I don't want to be eating no bugs. But but yes, it can be toxic in multiple ways. And this actress, I had seen her in one of the tabloid things, and she was 55, and she looked fabulous, and that part of the reason she looked so fabulous was that she included bugs in her diet. Yeah.
That's bullshit. We all know that she doesn't do that.
No, she's got personal trainers and all that stuff, and...
There's this one person that was over at... This was their, like... Because, like, growing up, they were not rich, so... They just recently came into wealth, and so they were over at their recent rich friend's house. They're now a rich friend's house or whatever. And I don't know how long that person has been rich, but they've been rich for like years. But this person has only been rich for like a couple. Anyway, so this lady cooked for them.
Right.
And the person was like, "Your cooking tastes like Hamburger Helper." And she's like, "What's that?" It's like, well, it's like this box stuff that you just pour in. It's just mixed. It's like you can go to Walmart. You think my food tastes like Hamburger Helper, but in a good way.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, you know, Hamburger is not bad. Sometimes it's really tasty. Yeah. It's all the MSG.
Dad made it the other day, and I'm like, damn, I would like some Hamburger Helper. Send some my way.
It's all the MSG. It makes anything, you can put it on cardboard, and it's palatable.
Yeah.
So it tricks your brain into believing that it's tasty. But all this stuff with the surveillance and the AI, and you do have to wonder, it's like, why? It's not just advertising. It's not just advertising that they're looking to do. And, you know, people's personal data, and you've got all this identity theft bullshit.
I mean, if they want to watch me sit in the room for hours on day on end doing nothing, like, be my guest. I'm the most boring person. They can be bored out of their mind with me.
Well, they can sit there and go, damn, she really does have ADHD. Yes. Yes. Even with the Stratera. I mean, it just calms it down a little bit. It doesn't make it go away.
They can watch me singing along to the Bratz movie.
That'd be all right. So it creeps me out. I'm just extremely private person. And I don't mess in other people's business. I don't want them messing in my business, and that includes the reptilians, the robot overlords, any of it.
Maybe it's just me. I just have like a level of that. I fleamed.
He has a bendy straw, and he's made it into a weapon, but anyhow.
Maybe it's just me. I have like a level of apathy towards that stuff, but I'm not doing anything wrong, so I don't care.
That seems to be the opinion of most people. A lot of people, especially your age and stuff like that, because you did grow up with this stuff, and you're not doing anything now that people consider bad. But some of these people, because they keep changing the rules, they keep changing the goalposts and all this stuff, who knows what is going to be declared bad tomorrow. I mean, we were warned that good would be called evil and evil would be called good, and it's here. So, no, I don't want no... I would rather stay with a broom and dustpan to, Now, you got to admit, it was years before I fought getting a smartphone. I really did.
I'm using a CRT TV in there.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not critical race theory.
Cathode ray tube.
Yes. Tube TV. I need to start just saying tube TV.
Yeah, that would probably solve a lot of problems. So it's just, old school is better on a lot of this stuff.
I like flip phones. There was a lot of attitude within flip phones because there's nothing like being like, okay, fuck you, snap. Just that clap of the phone closing on it. There's nothing more satisfying than that.
Well, it was pretty cool because you could put them in your back pocket and just go on with, If you dropped them, you didn't have to worry about the shit breaking easily.
Well, you had to worry about the back flying off of them, but
I had one for ages, and I had dropped it numerous times.
Those fucking Nokia nuggets. Those fucking Nokia nuggets, whatever. Those, you could abuse the hell out of those.
I can't remember what mine was, but it's like...
You could abuse the hell out of those, and those would...
Mine was not intentional, but it was a matter of dropping it, it sliding under the car, and different things like that, and you just did not have to worry about it being... Because they weren't fragile. I mean, if you did something stupid, they'd break, but...
Those original cell phones, like those big brick cell phones, no, those were fragile. But those little,
are crazy.
When they started becoming smaller and they ended up being like the nuggets,
right?
No, they weren't fragile.
And
they were durable as hell. That was like the peak of cell phone technology, in my opinion.
But even then you find out that whoever it was collecting every phone call, every text, everything. This is not new. We're just finding out about it.
They were already doing that through the phone, through the landlines.
No, probably.
No, they were already doing that. Seriously,
That's
they were
crazy.
already tracking the landline phone calls.
It's all just crazy, and it is mind-boggling. What can you say? It's frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surveillance ain't, it's like literally.
We're going into Virgo season, and that means cleaning out what you don't need, getting rid of what you don't need. Yeah. And to be aware of it. It's like, do I really need this? How do I make this work better for my benefit? I don't, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, if you've had experiences with the paranormal and paranoid and the supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if this creeps you out, then send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and the email address is also there in the description box. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I think I've creeped myself out on that one. Know that you're loved. I think the previous video we forgot to tell the people that they're loved, but you are loved.
Mm-hmm. Creeped yourself out.
I did.
Creeped. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribing. Click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Don't creep yourself out and don't get brain glitches.
Yeah, I'm going to calm myself down. I'll watch an episode of X-Files.
Oh, yes. Yes, like that will calm you down.
Oh, anyhow, you're loved in
Watch
my seat.
SpongeBob.
No, I'd rather watch Mulder. Are you kidding? SpongeBob, Mulder. There's no... That's not even a choice.
I'll go watch Bratz Genie Magic.
We'll see you on the next cup.
Bye.
Bye.